Welcome to PsychicBent. My name is Carrie.
And I'm Kim. We are two sisters wanting to help other psychics learn and grow in their abilities and to help educate about spirits, angels, and everything psychic.
Welcome back, listeners, to PsychicBent. Hopefully you enjoyed our Halloween episode. We had a lot of fun putting it together, didn't we, Kim?
Oh, we sure did. And
Yes.
there was more we could have done, but we felt it was long enough.
Yes. There's so much you could do, just even if it's just like other things that are haunted too, not just places and things. There's a lot. I mean, it's just a whole much information that you could just spend probably several podcasts doing. So we're not going to do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
No, but we're excited about this one. Of course, we're excited about every podcast. So we're going to be talking about the 1111 portal. That's obviously coming up. So we think it's a very important period of time, a great time for manifesting. And it's, because how we had the 8-8 Lions Gate, and that was just a short period. That gate was open. We're going to talk about the 1111 portal and the possibilities, what it signifies, how important it is. So, Kim, you want to start us off on talking about 1111?
Okay. The 1111 portal or gate, whatever you want to call it, it's usually called a portal. It's believed to be the gateway to our higher consciousness and spiritual awakening. In numerology, that number 11 represents intuition, insight, and enlightenment. When 11 is repeated as 1111, it amplifies these energies and it creates big opportunity for manifestation and self-discovery. And many people believe that this portal, it opens a direct line to the universe, which I believe that as well. Because I believe that you can feel when these portals open because there is an influx of energy that is happening around you. And this connection allows us for a clear communication with the higher realms, a deeper understanding of our own purpose. And it's a time when that veil between that physical and the spiritual worlds is thin, making it easier to receive these guidance and insights. And, we've talked about the veil before. I think of it as it's just the way that communication between the two is thinned, so it makes it so much easier for what you're asking for and trying to connect with to happen, because it's not as closed off, and it just makes it so much easier for that communication. Do you have anything you'd like to add to that so far?
Sure. The 1111 portal, that basically is the gateway to the new year. That's leading us to 1-1. And so this portal is different because, like I said earlier, the Lion's Gate was just a short period. This is actually going from 1111 to 1-1. So it's basically a very long period where, you want to work on your higher self and the timeline and create your higher reality. So you start on that day, but you're going to continue to work every day and be focused on what you're trying to manifest.
Right. Yeah, exactly. I know that a lot of times, we all see numbers everywhere. We've talked about it in our numerology episode. We've talked about it in other episodes. And so when you're seeing numbers like 11 minutes after 11 on the clock, or you see 1111 on your receipts, you're looking something up and it happens to have that address of 1111, these are often viewed as signs from the universe, as we've discussed before. And it reminds us to stay present and pay attention and try to really align yourself with your higher self. For many, seeing that on the clock, it's a call to take a pause or reflect on where they are in their spiritual journey. And with that happening on 11/11, the date November 11th or the 11th of November, however you look at the dates, that's all amplified. That is, as some people or a lot of people believe, that's actually the point to where you really can start it. You don't have to, but it is when it is the veil is the thinnest, I would say. Would you agree?
Yes, I believe that. Because the veil has started already thinning in October, the closer you get to, end of October into November. But I would say, yeah, it's probably the thinnest. And I think it's a, a way of just stepping out of autopilot. Life happens and you just kind of go in this autopilot mode. And I think 1111 portal is a great time to step away from that autopilot mode and really, really focus on your manifesting and what you really want. And the higher possibilities where you want to go spiritually. It's unlimited on what you can achieve there during that time period. Wouldn't you agree?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah. 1111 also is a sign of balance. And that's what a lot of us try to do in our lives, is to create that balance. 1111 is that reminder to try to maintain the balance in your personal life, personal growth, your enlightenment, and whatever journey you're trying to be on. So, when you are working with the 1111 portal, you are going to need to find methods that you can do to help you with your manifestation. A popular practice among those is just looking to harness that energy from the 1111 portal. This, as I said, you feel that energy around you. So you're looking to harness that. And this method involves focusing on special intentions at 11:11 a.m. or p.m. in the evening. And that's when the energies are believed to be at their peak. And to begin, find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed, and close your eyes and take a deep breath. Those deep cleansing breaths that we're always taking to center yourself. And you're going to visualize your desires as if they had already come true. So you're going to visualize seeing yourself with whatever you're wanting to accomplish, whether it is for progression in your abilities, a new job, abundance, whatever it is that you are wanting to manifest into your life. Have that visualization that you've already got it, and then feel the emotions associated with this manifestation that you're trying to do, and hold on to that for as long as possible, to those feelings, and then write down your intentions, as we said, in a journal. We say that for everything.
Yeah.
That is a powerful way to take that manifestation that you're wanting to create and solidify your desires. And by putting that down on pen and paper, you've put it down, you've written it, it's there, you can see it, and that can help you the next time you go the next day to manifest what it is that you're wanting to accomplish in your self-growth and your higher self. And this practice, it not only clarifies the goals that you're wanting, but it also serves as that reference point. So you can go back and look at it and say, okay, this is how I started the 1111 portal manifestation. This is what I was wanting at this time. Where am I at now when you're at day 10 or day 11 or day 12, or when 1-1 comes along? And you can see how far you've progressed in that manifestation.
And Kim, I think that a lot of times people don't realize that when you're manifesting, you're supposed to do what you just described, like it's already happened. This is what's going to feel like when this happens, and this is you visualizing it already has happened.
Mm-hmm.
And I think when people try to manifest, I think that they give themselves limitations instead of the go big.
Yeah, yeah.
Kind of thing. What is it that do I really want to manifest? And don't do that second guess. Well, I don't want to be greedy. I better not ask for that. You know what I'm saying? It's that what do you really want? Figure it out. And I think once you write it down, now you've put it to the universe. But you've got to visualize you're already there. You already have it. Whether it's like you said, abundance. What does that feel like? What does abundance mean for you right now? Does that mean money flowing in? What does it mean? And you figure out what that means, and you feel it, you own it, you experience it in your mind. This is what it is. And then you write it down. And I think that people because I've caught myself doing it myself. This myself. Oh, I shouldn't manifest that. But it's really what you want. So if it doesn't serve you, it's not going to happen. So it doesn't. You should go big. This is the opportunity to no limitations. This is it.
Yeah, because I think a lot of people, as is with myself, you may not have the confidence in all of this. And you may just say in your head, well, I'm just going to ask for this just to see if it happens. You know what I mean? Which
Right.
is
So you're
the
testing the
holding
universe.
back.
Yeah.
You're not, I guess you could call it testing, but you're just unsure
Mm.
if is this really what I need for me? You have that question for my higher self. Is this really what I need for me? But that's what ends up holding you back.
Yes.
And that manifestation may not come through because you're not just putting your belief in what you're practicing.
Yeah.
And belief is so important in this portion of development or in anything. You have to believe that what you're manifesting is for your better good, better self, higher self, however, they're going to tell you if it's not.
Yes. And
But it doesn't hurt to ask.
and meditate on it. Don't let ego get in your way of what you really want to manifest or what you feel you should be manifesting. And that's what happens. Ego gets in the way. Maybe I shouldn't do this. Maybe it won't work. And it's all that, well, no, it's not going to work because you're not manifesting. Your self-doubt and your ego's getting in your way. Get out of your own way when you're trying to do this portal so you can manifest and grow spiritually
Right.
and be where you need to be.
Yeah. But I still think it's okay if you're not sure. You know what I mean? Meaning that this is where you put your faith in and believe it. If you're not shooting for the stars, well, maybe that's okay. Maybe that's what you feel you don't need at this point in time.
Well, no, you're manifesting what you feel you need, but don't be shy about it.
Yeah.
Ask for what you really, really feel you need, not what, well, I'm not going to ask for that because that might be too much. I'm going to ask for this instead. You know what I'm saying? Don't ask for it. If you don't need it, you won't get it. you know, I just think that, because this is such an opportune period that I just think we get in our own way with, well, I mean, if I've been manifesting for something to come to fruition for a while now. Kim's aware of that. And we almost get to this thing like, we don't want to talk about it. It's a big secret. If I talk about it, it's not going to happen. But the thing about manifesting is a daily accountability for what you're manifesting, what you're trying to achieve. So I just think that, you write it down. This is it. You're going to bring clarity and you're going to bring commitment and you need to bring excitement to it. So that's why I think it's just going to go ahead. There's no limitations. Try to manifest what you really want. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
And if you don't want anything big, that's fine. You got to have clarity, commitment, and excitement. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I could agree with that.
Okay.
One of the first things you can do whenever you're starting to manifest is to express gratitude for what you've already have. So gratitude raises your vibrational energy and making it so much easier to attract more of what you desire. So simple phrases like, I am grateful for the love and abundance in my life. That can set the tone for your manifestation practices, because you do want to start by more or less saying thank you for what you have already gotten or have done or was granted through previous manifestations and through your practices and where you're at now. And then you set your intentions in the present tense, as we've talked about, and that you have to act like that's already happened. So you have to affirm, like, here's an example. Instead of saying something along the lines of, I want to find love, you're going to affirm by saying, I am surrounded by love and joy. Say something like that, because then you're saying that's how you are, surrounded by love and joy. And this shifts your language, and that improves your connection and your desires to the universe. And then you can start feeling that energy that is coming from that affirmation, because you're seeing it. You're going to start to feel it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you're claiming it.
Yeah, you're claiming it. There, that's a good one.
In a positive, manner that, it's just, this is mine. I'm surrounded by love, you know.
Right. And then you can, towards the end of your manifestation and setting your intentions, then you're also going to put a request out there for guidance or support from the universe, that if this is something that is for your highest good, let you know or guide you to what is for your highest good. So then opportunities could then open for you, and insights will open up for you with this manifestation, whatever it is. If it's for love, then once you're asking to show you guidance to that manifestation that you're wanting, whether it's to find love or not, it'll start opening up the opportunities you're asking for. To show me those opportunities, give me the insight on where that love is coming. I hope that made sense.
Yeah, it made sense.
Okay. But these affirmations that you are saying, these are things that you can say every day to reaffirm what it is that you are trying to manifest in this portal, in the length of portal. And they have to be positive, present focused, like we were talking about. It's now you see yourself at it, and personal. So instead, as another example from that love one that we had just talked about, is if you're wanting to be successful in your manifestation, I will be successful is the part that you want to not say, because that's not now. That's looking at it future wise. You want to say, I am
Yeah, the will be.
Yeah.
Yeah, the will be is not making it happen.
So an example of that positive affirmation and current affirmation is, I am successful in all that I do. So that just throws it out there. Look, I am successful in all that I do. There's the difference there. Will be and I am.
Yeah. And that's calling back your power, because we get to where, we have doubts because, people are not kind there in the real world. And I think, having that I am successful, I am whatever this is you're wanting, is very powerful for you to claim that I am successful. Because I think in today's world, we lose touch with that type of positive affirmation.
Yeah, yeah. Because it doesn't just have to be I am, like we had just said, like I am healthy, energetic, things like that. It could be I radiate positivity and attract similar energy into my life. That's when you're wanting to get that positive energy back to you, and in your life, and not,
Yeah.
so it's like, I have the power. It's not just the I am. I'm just giving them examples.
Now, I have to say, I had that song go off in my head. I got the power. When you said that, I was like, going, okay. Now I got a song stuck in my head. Thanks, Kim.
Yeah, no problem. Anytime. But it's to show you that positive can be anything, and current, positive and current, or in present word, can be anything, not just I am. Those are examples of the words that you could use. Come up with your own. Just make it certain it's positive, and it's that you are right now, whatever that, however you want it to be, you say it as you are right now in the present. And these affirmations you can say daily. You just take a time, a moment, whenever you're, I do affirmations all the time whenever I'm crocheting, because it's such a repetitive process that my affirmations are just, I put them into my stitches, what I am thinking. And I know that's how I can manifest, because I'm concentrating on 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, or whatever the case may be. And then I put that positive thought that I have for that day in with what I'm crocheting. And I also like to think that gets into the product that I'm making to help people that may buy what it is I crochet. I know that's a total another subject, but anyway, daily affirmations are important. If you're in this manifestation portal of 1111, this is when you're working on yourself and what's best for you. So your manifestations and your affirmations are for you, and how you can make yourself better work on your abilities, whatever it is that you need for you.
And it's important that you do visit this daily between 11:11 and 1:1. It's not a one and done thing.
Mm-hmm.
You should visit whatever you're trying to manifest daily.
Right.
Just like with anything, it takes work. It takes work to develop your abilities. It takes work to do anything. It takes work to get the journal out and put into words what you're trying to, journal and what you're trying to remember from a dream or whatever it is you're journaling. It takes work, but with work comes great success or resolutions and we're not talking about 2 hours out of the day, 10-15 minutes of quiet, reflect what you're manifesting. So you're keeping yourself in that mode of positivity, and this is what's happening.
Exactly.
Now, you can also create an altar if you do altars, because that's also going to help be a physical reminder of what you're manifesting. So, I mean, we're just a side table, just a little space that you can put objects on that represent what you're bringing into being. If you're calling on greater abundance, maybe put a citrine crystal on there or a relevant book or photos or paintings of what life looks like with this greater abundance. And I'm just using that as an example. Or if it's more creativity, a project or looking to travel, you want to put whatever it is on there. So you've got it daily that you can see what it is you're manifesting by these representations of what you've put on your altar. And then you're going to visit it every day, whether you want to light a candle or some incense, and just you could touch the items, with intention, and just spend 5 to 10 minutes just breathing this reality into your body and your energy field. And again, you're feeling like it already exists and you're breathing it into your cells. And that's a great way to keep focused on your higher timeline and into your being. So I just want to throw that out there.
That's a good thing to have and to do. I know you've worked with yours for several different things
Yes.
and seem to have found it very effective,
Mm-hmm.
I would say,
Yeah.
for each time you've done that. So that's great.
Again, your altar needs to be where you see it every day.
Right.
So, and if people come to your home, and you're not sure, well, I don't, how they're going to feel about you having an altar. Well, it just looks like a collection of items on a table.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
it can be out where you see it because you need to be able to focus on it every day. But anybody else that happens to come over or walk by, they're not going to know what you've got going on there. I mean, I've got a little altar at work.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody knows what that's about. They just think I got some little, quirky things I've collected, but it's an altar
Right.
because you need altars for different things.
Yeah.
So, I mean, so it's not really something you want to hide away because then you'll forget about it and you won't do the daily ritual of what you need to do. Hold these items, touch these items, be aware of these items, envision everything. If it's tucked away, then it's not going to happen.
Mm-hmm. Right. Now, another thing that you can do, and this is something that a lot of people practice every day anyway, is that you can do a manifestation prayer. I mean, a lot of people pray every day. So you can also do a manifestation prayer. And this can be a powerful tool for connecting with the universe. It provides a structured way to express your desires and seek guidance from the higher powers. To begin this prayer, you begin it by expressing, as I mentioned before, gratitude for what you have and for the opportunities that are ahead of you. And this sets a positive tone and that opens up your heart to receiving more blessings. And then the next thing you're going to do, you're actually going to state your intentions clearly and confidently and be specific about what you wish to manifest and ask the universe's support in bringing your desires to life. And then finally, at the end of the prayer, you're going to end it with a request for that guidance, protection, or clarity, whatever it is that you're wanting. And this shows that you're open to receiving help and are willing to trust the universe's plan for you. You could be asking for the moon, and the universe may say, maybe not the whole moon, we'll get you half, okay? And that's what they're going to guide you to. And that you may have to change your expectations. Would that be a good statement, Carrie? To change your expectations at some point in time?
No,
No?
no. I wouldn't change my expectations, because then I think that, the universe is going to bring to you what it brings to you, and whatever that is, just be grateful for it. But I think if you start changing your expectations, then you're messing with the whole manifesting. You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm putting out there. This is what the universe gave me. Thank you very much. But I'm still going to keep manifesting that and see what happens too. It may not be, you may get it more later too. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, this is what you're going to get right now. But, I just think if you start changing your manifestation, like, okay, I tried to manifest something 2 years ago, and the universe kept saying no, no, no. And so I did change my manifest. I did change that. And then everything fell into place. So I'm going to contradict myself there a little bit. So yeah, it depends on what you're manifesting and what is the intent behind it.
You were my
Because
you were my thought whenever I made that statement. Wait a minute. You
well,
did change yours.
Well, I know you mentally slapped me upside the head. Just like, oh yeah. But see, that was a different type of manifestation though. That wasn't an 1111 portal manifestation. That was, going through a very personal, tough time.
Yeah. Okay.
And navigating what I wanted the outcome of that tough time to be. So that's kind of why I'm kind of like saying both sides. It depends on what kind of manifestation you're doing. Now, the 1111 portal is a different manifestation than what this particular manifestation was that I went through in the past, where I was trying to manifest a certain thing. And, that's more of a limited manifestation. So those kind of manifestations, you're going to get told no, and sometimes it's a very firm no, or no, not that, you want this or to happen. But I think if you're doing a portal that's taking you from November 11th to January 1st, you've got 2 months or 2.5 months of manifesting. So some of it might start trickling in before January 1st, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
So in a portal like this, I would stay the course until January 1st and go from, do that work. So it really kind of depends on different types of manifestations, can be done different ways. Like in that particular situation, when I was trying to manifest something, I also had a lot of emotion involved in that manifestation.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And the universe was really saying, no, this, no, this, and, it was kind of, that was a different, that highly charged. So that manifestation would be something totally different than this 1111 portal manifestation. Because then we're looking for whatever it is, whether it's love, abundance, a spiritual awakening, whatever clair you're developing, you want that to come through big. Whatever is important for you for this manifestation, this is all about, not the highly charged emotion that you'd have with other things, is what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Sure. Yeah, it does.
So since you're doing a manifestation and you're doing it till January 1st, I would say you just stay the course until, you feel that at least to January 1st, because that's what this is taking you to.
Okay. Sounds great.
Okay. Now, thank you, listeners, for having to hear it was very emotional. I was manifesting, but it worked out.
Yeah.
And my friend Krista, she was so funny during this period. She's just like, okay, Carrie, you need to manifest something different. This is what I'm getting. And I'm like, it's always good to have psychic friends. I'm like, okay. And I'm like, all right. She goes, I'm right. I'm like, yeah, I know. But, I was emotionally charged.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And sometimes when we try to manifest things, sometimes we're very emotionally charged. And, if that manifestation's not working, then you may need to take a look at how emotionally charged you are. And are you really asking the universe for what is right?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I agree.
And those, so when you're deciding on what you're going to manifest for this portal, keep that in mind. You want to think of your higher self. What is it that's really is it really your spiritual journey you're trying to accelerate? What is it that really you're looking here to do? But I would keep personally charged things aside for a different manifestation. This is all about you and your growth and what you really want, whether it's travel, love. It's all about self-care, I think, is what this portal is. It's where do you want to go? What do you want to do? What do you want to be? What am I going to be? Whether it's Kim's going to leave that psychic closet and put on her cape and be super psychic, you know, or is it just, what? Just accelerate my spiritual growth. Whatever it is that you feel that you should be manifesting.
Exactly.
I'll get off my soapbox now.
So, this portal is also a time of heightened vibrational energy. Like I had said earlier, you can definitely feel it. And it's an opportunity to align with the universe and tap into a flow of abundance and positivity. And harnessing this energy, that can bring about large personal growth and transformation. So, raising your vibrational energy, that involves focusing on those positive thoughts, positive emotions, and positive actions. And by surrounding yourself with all this positivity and engaging in activities that bring you joy, you can elevate your energy levels and attract more of what you are desiring. And this portal is a time to connect with like minded people. And you can share your experiences and intentions with others, and that can amplify the portal's energy and strengthen your manifestation efforts. Because once you are sharing all of your positivity out there as well with others that are also working in that as well, just think of all that positive energy that is going to be going out there and helping us all raise our vibrations and take advantage of the energy and such that is out there. And as Carrie said, that is an opportunity for the personal growth and self-discovery. And when you set your intentions and align with the universe that way, you can unlock so many new levels of your potential and transformation. You can start new interests and set new goals, and you're letting go of your limitations and moving out of the old beliefs that have held you back and the thoughts that have maybe caused you to stagnate in your development. And it can really be a powerful journey, or it could be a powerful support to get you through on your journey, to get you started again by helping raise those vibrations and energy around you. What do you have?
Oh, I've been throwing it in as we go. What do you mean?
Oh,
What do I well, like you had referenced this earlier, that the veil is thinner, 11:11. But it's a vibrational bridge is what this period is. The portal is a vibrational bridge. It's, you're gonna, once you allow for a more direct flow of the high frequency coming through and divine guidance coming through, you're going to experience sudden insights. You should get some creative downloads, or just have a profound sense of peace when you start this process. So just be open to whatever you get. It might be in a dream. It just kind of depends on how you get your information.
mm-hmm.
So I think that's very important to keep that in mind, because this is a period of awakening and transformation, if that is what you're focusing on.
Yeah, right.
And there's so many different things you can do for the 11:11 portal. It really depends on what your walk is. Some people, may want to do a ceremony to start the portal for 11:11. It really depends on what your walk is. What your belief system is and how you live your life, I guess is the way to say it.
Makes sense.
So there's no right or wrong. It goes with, and as we always say, go with what resonates with you. I mean, this episode is going to drop in plenty of time to let the listeners focus on what the meaning for 11:11 is for them, how they're going to use the portal, what method is going to align with your current practice or how you are, what you believe in. So go with what resonates with you. But I mean, this is a period of time that's very powerful. I mean, Kim's like, we should do this. I'm like, oh yeah, the 1111 portal's coming up. It's very important. But of course, what you get out of it is going to be what you put into it.
Mm-hmm.
Journaling, uh, the daily practice of taking 5 to 10 minutes of just connecting with what you're manifesting. And I know with the holiday season, some people get very busy, but it's just 5 to 10 minutes of what you're trying to achieve, and be open and own it. That's all I can say.
Yeah. What are your feelings or thoughts about it being a vibrational energy raising opportunity with it being an opportunity to raise the vibrations of everybody, each individual person putting out their own positive energy out there as well, and maybe raising the vibrations of the earth, of the world?
Yes. Oh yeah, I absolutely believe in that.
Try to get rid of the negative energies that are out there right now, because there is a lot of darkness out there right now, that this is a good time to try to also put that positivity back out there. Maybe if enough of us do that, it'll have that big old ripple effect, like throwing a rock into the body of water and just let it ripple on out to the rest of the world,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe bring us all back up to a more pleasant positive energy world out there. It does.
Talk about going big. That is definitely going big.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, but 11 is a master number,
Mm-hmm.
and that carries the frequency of spiritual enlightenment, intuition, and inspiration. So then you have two. Now you're forming that gateway between the earthly and the ethereal. So basically, you can amplify that kind of thought process, trying to putting that manifestation out there for more peace and love. But it is free will is involved in that too, and you have some people that don't like peace and love.
Well, that's true.
So you can put that manifestation out there and see improvement, but it won't affect those with the free will of wanting the other. It is my personal belief. Doesn't mean you should not try, but because of the free will aspect of it. And maybe they just all want world peace, and that would be great.
And you can do this vibrational energy work while you're doing your manifestation. It doesn't have to be one or
Yes.
the other during this portal time frame.
No,
It's a good
you
time
can
because
manifest more than, yeah. And you can manifest more than one thing.
yeah.
And I think it's really important to just be mindful. And we talked about that before, be mindful of what you're setting the intentions for, because we all get human nature kicks in and egos kick in and our little feelings kick in, and sometimes we are not really manifesting the correct thing too. So, kind of dive in. What is it that you really want to manifest? You can manifest a gentler world out there, and you can also manifest for developing your gifts if that's what you're wanting to manifest. So you can have more than one manifestation.
Right. Exactly.
So you're not limited to, I only got one. It's not like you got one wish for the genie, make it a good one kind of thing. It's one of those where you can manifest multiple things, but you do need to visit those multiple things every day
Yeah.
to make them happen.
Yeah. Just saying it
Yeah.
once isn't going to make it so.
No. And a lot of times when I'm manifesting something, I will write it repeatedly on an entire sheet of paper. Get a writing cramp, but get the journal out and I will write it down. Because if I'm writing it repeatedly and I'm filling up an entire sheet of paper with this, it's definitely in my mind. And if it's something that I'm really wanting to manifest, I wouldn't write it down on an entire sheet of paper, correct?
Right.
So it's just bringing it into focus, into the universe. This is it. This is it. This is it. And just repeatedly write it and just fill the whole page with it. And then go back and visit that every day.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you have to sit down and write it out every day unless that's what you feel like you need to do. But that's also putting focus into what you're manifesting.
Yeah. Because you could just write it down one time each day as you're
Yeah.
thinking it, writing it, saying it, reading it, you know?
Yeah. And it's keeping it in your conscious awareness.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else?
Positive thought, positive actions.
Yes.
That's how I look at it.
Yes. And you're setting the groundwork for going into a new year. You're laying all the right thoughts, the right actions leading you into a brand new year.
Yeah.
So it's worth it.
Yeah, it's kind of like the New Year's resolution. Everybody makes that New Year's resolution on, New Year's Eve for New Year's Day to start, but you're actually beginning it when the portal opens in 11/11, and you are making that resolution into a positive statement and action plan. That's more or less what it is.
Hmm.
You're working towards that goal, but you're stating it in a positive now moment. And when that portal closes, not that it's going to forever stay closed, it'll just open again, for the next thing that comes up. I think it gets you time to really work and prepare and focus on what it is that you want to do, to be, to have, to feel. Gives you time to work on it.
Yes. Very important.
And we are giving you enough notification and time to work on it for when the portal comes, because I believe this will be dropping the week before the portal opens. So
you have been warned.
well, I know that sometimes people ask, oh, or you see on the different social media sites and stuff like that, is everybody feeling the weird energy today? Everybody feeling that? Well, a lot of times when that's happening, that is whenever the veil is thinner and a portal has opened.
Oh, yes.
Whether it was the, 8/8 or whatever.
I don't know about you, Kim, but usually halfway through October and then halfway through November is when I get the most interrupted sleep, where I can't sleep well because the veil is thinner. Sometimes I'm getting people coming through that need to, I'm sleeping now. I don't want to talk to you. It just seems like I get more activity during this period, whether it's waking up at 2 o'clock in the morning with some idea or I can make this or do this, or someone's trying to talk to me, or, I do a lot more astral traveling during this period. I mean, so it really affects my sleep during this period. And it also could be just I'm reacting to the energetic field.
Yeah, yeah.
In the higher frequency.
Yeah.
So you may notice these kind of things going on, during this period.
Yeah, like during the daytime when we're in this period and time frame, I feel a lot of that energy because I feel a lot of my energy in my stomach. I just
Mm-hmm.
feel, because that's where I just feel all my energy is in my stomach. And I feel it more during this time frame. And then the weird dreams have started again. Very weird dreams,
Mm-hmm.
I might add.
Yep.
So my
Yep.
sleep is interrupted as you're talking about, except mine's the weird dreams. Like, is that just a weird dream or is this something I need to analyze? So dream journal, here I come,
Yeah. Yeah.
kind of thing.
And these are all symptoms, so to speak, of the thinning of the veil.
Yeah.
So I just it's just like, oh, here we go. Here comes my season of no sleep, or
Yeah.
a lack of sleep. But that's usually, this very impactful period. And you just may notice a disruption in your sleep pattern, or crazy dreams, or visitations are coming more frequently.
Mm-hmm.
That these are all things that may happen during this thinning of the veil period. But that's also why it's a great time to manifest too.
Right. One other thing that I have that I feel during this time frame is I get brain fog. And it's more than just my normal my own normal everyday brain fog that I have. But I could feel like a pressure type of brain fog. Does that make sense? Well, that's just what I feel. Whether I don't know why I
Well, I
said
mean,
does that make sense? I feel it.
I think that perhaps during this period, people may need to do more grounding, because you're not used to all of a sudden you've got all this frequency and vibrations and stuff going on that you might need to, because I know I have to find myself, I have to ground more during this period.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe you might need to do a little more grounding
Yeah.
during this period to help with the brain fog. I do find that during this period, I do this might be what you're referring to as brain fog. I'm not sure, but like driving down the highway, I'm like, oh wait, how did I get here so fast? Wait a minute, like I miss periods,
Yeah. Yeah. I do that
you know,
too. Yeah.
and that's kind of a form of meditation, but it's kind of like, really don't need to be doing that while you're driving, but that happens
Yeah.
more frequently during this period, for me. And I don't know if that's what you're referring to as brain fog.
No, I have had that though, but I mean, no,
Yeah.
it's just it's hard to describe. It's just kind of like a external pressure pushing on my head a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And then
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
then thoughts aren't as flowy as they normally are. It's just a whole thing.
Yeah. And that just could be your body reacting to the frequency that's coming through.
Yeah, right.
That just could be a side effect.
True. That it could be. Anyway, I thought this was a really good time for this one, and I just felt that we needed to talk about this one for everybody so that everybody else could get on the bandwagon and try to harness that portal.
Well, again, take advantage of this wonderful opportunity,
Right.
and help set the groundwork to going into January 1st, And it's always so good to have a practice that embodies joy. And that's what this is doing. It's when you're visualizing what you're manifesting, that gives you joy.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's very important.
Yep, I agree.
Okay. Well, do you have anything else to add?
No, I think we went through all of my notes and opinions.
Okay. Well, thank you, listeners, for checking out this episode of Psychic Bent. We hope that it helps get you aligned to where you want to be, where you need to be the coming year, because it's really coming fast. This year has flown by very quickly.
That it
So,
has.
yeah, so this gives you time to get that focus going that you need.
I agree.
Okay. Thanks, listeners. Bye.
Bye. May your light shine bright.
Thank you so much for listening to our podcast, Psychic Bent. If you enjoyed Psychic Bent, please like, follow, rate, review, and subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts. We can be reached on Facebook at Psychic Bent Podcast. Our email address is psychicbent1@gmail.com. May your light shine bright.